Well, I'm back. I don't know what happened to my last video. It just disappeared into the twilight zone, I guess. Maybe I wasn't even online. Maybe I imagined that when I just was online that there were 17 people on here. I guess it could have been a delusion. If I were delusional. But yeah, I was just sitting here thinking why that last video just disappeared. Why my last live just disappeared into thin air. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe it was the phone calls. Don't know. Don't know. Hi again from Florida. Hoping to see some sheaths in this epidendrum, but so far it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I still need to take this ladder out and put my plant stand back in here. It goes right here, and then these plants sit on it because this really needs more sun. This is my big brassia right here that it blooms from winter into spring, and it put up a lot of new growths this year. So I am hoping to see some bloom spikes. It didn't bloom for me last year, but it sure has a lot of new growths. That's a new growth. Let's see if I can find the tag. This plant really needs cleaned up. It's Brassia Rex crossed with Arachnoidea. That's what that plant is. Bloomed for me so nice. That's a new growth. It's another new growth. It's my gas store. I was talking about my macrophyllum. This is my macrophyllum. That is, you can see how it's, I just didn't give it enough of what it needed. It's probably still alive, but I just think it's too far gone. Yeah, this brassia really needs to do something. I mean, it's a big plant. Several new growths in there. But it really needs to get a little bit more light, I think. I need it to sit up higher than on the ground. So I really should bring that plant stand in and set it up on there instead of it being tucked back there. I really ought to. Give this a drink. Try not to trip over too many things. I'm gonna give this a little drink. This is my Maxillaria. This is a import that I got. Maxillaria rupestris, which is basically Maxillaria picta. And I noticed that on the back side of the plant, it's got new roots. And it's got a new growth coming up there, new roots, and down in there, it's coming out there. So that's good. That is good. This was just potted up this summer. Like I said, I got these from Brazil. So that is promising. So yeah, I wish I could show you more, but there's not a lot going on. Not really. I wish this thing would open up because I'm really looking forward to seeing this in bloom, that epidendrum. So, yeah, I need to figure out how to get from this point down there because there's a lot that is going on down there that I haven't shown. That Stanhopea looks pretty darn shiny and swollen, even more so than it was when I just filmed. Pull this down. Hi everybody. I was asking the question. This is like the second video for today. Not yesterday. There has been a time when I went live and the video just disappeared into thin air. That's what happened today. I don't know what happened. I was actually watching it and I got to the last minute of it and I clicked off on it and then it just disappeared. I don't understand. Oh well. This is going to be a really pretty thing. I know there's a sheath in there. Yeah, there's the sheath. I don't think there's one in this one yet, because that's still developing. But if both of those put up spikes, that's going to be a very fragrant and beautiful flower. Very, very nice. Really, really nice. Yeah, these things are just kind of sitting around over here. I think one of these is getting ready to bloom. You know, so far so good. So far so good. I got everything that I have treated somewhere around here. I know something is around here. I just can't find it now. But yeah, I don't think I've seen any scale as of yet. Hopefully it'll give me a little break. I can't even remember. I deal with so much of it, I can't even remember what I was just talking about. What plant that I guess if I look up, because I know it was mounted. Yeah, there's no telling. I probably put it down at the other end because there's a little bit more space to keep it apart from the other plants. But yeah, things. I know this one I did my BC daffodil right here, and it was really there wasn't really much on it. So I caught it really early, which is a good thing, because this is probably my most important plant that I have, just because it's such a significant plant as far as being an heirloom. This one, and then probably this one right here, because this plant is from a mother plant that was collected in the wild in the 1800s. And this is a division off of that plant from the Missouri Botanical Garden. So this is a very old Cattleya, my Cattleya Portia Canizaro that I got. So I would probably say those are two of my most prized possessions that are worth more to me than anything, I would say, even more than my Angraecums. Maybe not so much worth more than my Aeranthes on Ricci, because those are pretty, and also my Encyclia citrina, which is down there. Those are pretty special. That's a pretty special plant. But I still say that my daffodil outshines them all. I mean, it performs. This plant was infested with scale before I repotted it last year. And the only reason that I repotted it was because it was infested. I had to, and because I knew I was going to lose it. And, you know, these roots, it was in a basket that was probably a 10-inch basket, a hanging basket, and these roots were hanging out of the bottom of the basket. So you can imagine my dilemma as far as repotting it. But it hasn't stopped a beat for just being repotted a year ago, you know, because it bloomed on the next growth, and it's going to bloom again, and there's two other growths over there, and I think the scale is all gone. Hopefully, as far as at this moment, it's gone. So, yeah. I mean, this is another important plant, my Gigantea, although it's still a pup. And of course, this is very important right here. This is my Enobulbon, which this new growth is maturing. You know what? Something that I need to check. I think I probably got these from Fernanda, my Rodrigueza. I think she probably has these plants. She still has them, which I probably should water them. This is my Rodrigueza Venusa, and there's the spike that's still viable. And this other Rodrigueza up here, now I just got these, I think last week. This is my Granadensis, but I believe that I was watching Fernanda's channel, and I think she has this one. So yeah, I'm gonna bring these down because these need water, especially this one, especially to keep the spike going. But I'm not gonna water them yet. I'll water them. I guess I can water them now. And again, you know, you're gonna see me sharing my water. I'm a bad guy. But yeah, I just pretty much, that's what I do. Yeah, these Rodriguezas do not like to be dry. So it's a miracle that you can actually ship these bare root and they will survive the trip. Hang this back up. My Thanksgiving was really good. In fact, I had leftovers for lunch. So I had Thanksgiving all over again. So there, it's up there. Yeah, very, very good lunch today. And let me grab the other one. And then this one. Maybe a little more. And that's all I do. Hang it back up. Now see, I fertilized last week, and I'm really only doing them once a month now. since it's fall in there, it's, you know, it's dry, it's cooler outside, and you're not getting any sun. So I am only fertilizing once a week. No, once a month, I'm sorry. But I still have to keep up with watering a lot of the things that need the water every day. Some of them I can go without giving them water every week, but there are some that still like it every day. Besides my mounts. My mounts are going to automatically get watered pretty much every day, but overall, I'm giving them less now, as I'm sure everybody else is. Maybe not those of you that are in Florida. I'm pretty sure you guys still get a lot of rain there. Maybe not so much in the winter. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing out here. This thing. This is Sishin Ya Champion Red Apple. Huh. Is that unusual, or is that how it is in the wintertime? Does it slow down there? Okay. So winter in Florida is the time to go there, not necessarily in the heat of the summer. I used to, years and years ago, I used to spend a couple times a year in Fort Lauderdale, and we would go between December and March. Did that for about 3 years in a row, I think. It was a good time. I don't know why we stopped doing that. Probably, I think there were a couple of earthquakes out there. Which wall? This right here? Which big one? This is not. Which wall do you mean? Yeah, there was an earthquake there. Or maybe, no, it was a hurricane, I'm sorry. It was a hurricane there. My bad. And I was there right after an earthquake. And the year after that, they were still recovering. I know that there were still buildings downtown that, yeah, it was a hurricane. But I guess that really had nothing to do. Oh, so you were talking about that big one down there? That's my Angraecum longa calcar. This one, I pretty much grow it like it's a Vanda. So how many years ago was Andrew? Yeah, this is Angraecum longa calcar. It is it's considered its own separate species, I want to say. 92, huh? So you've been recollecting or rebuilding your collection since then? Yeah, that's my Angraecum. That's an Angraecum, and that's an Angraecum. And that's a baby Angraecum. This, when it grows up, will be as big as this. So, and it is flowering size because there is a spent spike down there. Okay. So you're on like a, right now you are really on a push to, or maybe are you just on a Vanda kick? Because I heard you say you were at Moats today, or you ordered more from Moats. What's that? It is huge. It came huge. I wish I could remember. I think I announced where I got this in a video. It's kind of one of those things where the guy has almost everything and you kind of just have to ask. And all he has is mature sized plants. This is another angraecum that I got. I got it this summer. I think this is a blooming size as well. Well, yeah, there's a spent bloom spike right there. And this is my Uri Graecum Walnut Valley Max, which is Magdaleni crossed with Uri Graecum Lydia. Yeah, it is nice. I got this from Southwestern College Greenhouse. If anybody is not familiar with that, and if you like unusual plants, go check out just Google Southwestern College Greenhouse. And they had huge collection of orchids that they give divisions off of, and you can pay with PayPal. They're very friendly and generous there, and I think their plants are great. They might look like they're expensive, but the plants are huge, nice size. So yeah, but yeah, this is a Magdaleni crossed with Lydia, which is it's got, I think it might have, Lydia has Magdaleni, I think, in it. I don't remember. I can't remember. But yeah, this is a nice. It put up this new growth. It got kind of tattered outside. It spent all summer outside. I think a plant or something from above came down and smashed the leaves around a little bit. But it's got two babies that are still doing pretty well. Again, I'm gonna have to be dealing with repotting this at some time. But for now, I'm going to just keep it in this pot and just make sure those roots are kept moist. Water that pretty, or not water it, but I miss that every day. The roots, I miss those every day. The roots, and this plant, I make sure that the roots are stay pretty hydrated. Same as these roots. Same as these roots. Same as my Vandas. These roots. That's how I water my angraecums. Pretty much like a Vanda. So, even this little one, my subulatum, it still likes the water. Well, that's good. I am glad. I mean, you definitely have the room for them. I kind of have to be selective now because, they're going to grow up, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do with them. Right now, I have the space for them. But, as with everything, it does get bigger each year. I mean, just like this, I'm going to have to figure out how... Hey, Kathy. Well, this is my second attempt at my video today, which is not a bad thing, I tried to do a video during the halftime of my alma mater football game, and for some reason when I logged off, the video just disappeared into the twilight zone. So I came back. But some of my angraecums did well, some of them didn't do so well. This is my angraecum Ehlerianum, which I'm trying to plump it back up a little bit because I think it was a little dehydrated for some reason this summer, even though we got a lot of rain. Wow, lucky you. I'm sure you could probably get any and every angraecum that you want, either in person or you can pre-order it, I'm pretty sure. I mean, everybody and anybody is there. But yeah, I'm trying to plump up my pseudobulbs by giving it a little bit more Spanish moss down there, some sphagnum. Again, also with this one over here that looks really, really bad, but I'm trying to recover it. I had repotted it again. It was two separate plants, and I put the two, I think one of them has died, but I'm just gonna leave it in there like it's a stake. This one is still alive, but you can see how it's kind of desiccated, dehydrated. So I'm misting this, believe it or not, and trying to get it to plump back up. This is my Biramense, Angraecum biramense, and I've had this for many years. Used to grow right here on a tree fern pole that came up this tall, and it vined around the pole, and it bloomed for me every year. And now look at it after I repotted it. So that's what happens when you repot. Well, if you don't keep the plant hydrated, and I guess I did not. So, so that's that. But I think I am going to, while I'm sitting here, I'm going to do a little bit of misting. So what all did you get at Moats? Are they having a sale? Well, it's, I come out every morning. I have to. I do some misting off there, and it's a little bit easier in the winter time, Fernanda, because not everything gets watered every day. Just my mounts, and I can do those relatively quickly. I don't really spend a lot of time on them. I just water them until the roots darken, as that did, and then I'm done. Same as with this one. Watering this. Up there, my perenniae. That sort of totem pole. Trying to make sure that what little roots that this plant does have, if any. So yeah, in the wintertime, I primarily water their roots. I do give them that once a month dunk, but for the most part, it's mostly their roots. Because I found that once their roots turn brown and brittle, I think that the decline of the plant is soon to follow. But as long as you can keep these nice and green and viable, then so goes the health of the plant. So, but that's just what I do. Not everybody's environment is different. I have all these fans that are going. I have these humidifiers that are blowing out fan. I'm going to turn this one back up a little bit, but there's just a lot of fans that are tucked around here. There's a fan there, and there's one over there. So it gets a lot of air movement. Wait a minute. What do you mean? You lost a big greenhouse. You mean this August? Or you're talking about in 92? I guess I'm sort of behind in the conversation. But I do enjoy the fact that you all can meet here, and it's like we're all meeting together as friends, like we're just like around the corner from each other or something. Even though somebody logged in from, where was it? Can't remember. It was like Europe somewhere, in the Netherlands. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Huh. That's a lot. Well, I'm sure since 92, I've probably killed two greenhouses worth of orchids, so it all balances out. You did that with the help of a hurricane. I'd do that on my own. I'm pretty sure that's a long time. I probably could bet you that I've killed more plants than you lost that one day. I can bet you. Look. That's my graveyard, and there's another one, and there's another one. Those are all dead plants. all dead plants. It is. Every single one of them. A lot of angraecums in there. Well, I know this is since way after 2000, way after 92. I know. That's a lot. And there's that one down there. It's crazy. It is crazy. So, well, there's no way. Some of those are plants, like, Todd says, some of those cold growers that I had no business having in my collection in the first place. But, we all like a challenge. Well, you're not an orchid grower until you have a graveyard. Everybody has them. Now wait a minute. Is that? No, that's just. For some reason, I was thinking there was a sheep in there. I was getting ready to scream. Well, hey, Andrew. I keep mine. Yes. I'm surprised you have any, Andrew. I didn't know you killed plants. All I see are big, healthy plants in your greenhouse or in your grow room or your window. But yeah, guys, it's good to see you all, but I am probably going to head off of here in a couple of minutes. This is something else that I'm expecting to bloom soon, probably a little bit after Christmas. This is my big Dockrilla, and I can see all of these. The light is hiding them, but there's a lot of little growths along the stem here. You're welcome. I said I was going to. The first video was really only sort of a prelude, if you want to call it that. I knew I was only going to be on for a few minutes because of halftime of the show. I need to really figure out how to get down there. Maybe turning off my Wi-Fi should be okay, but we'll have to figure it out. Yeah, this is going to pop any day. It's getting fatter and fatter. Like, if I go like that, it'll burst. So that's my Michael Breuer. It's Tigrina crossed with Platycerus, and you can already see the pattern. Well, yeah, I should have brought my coffee out here with me, because it sure is inside. So yeah, I'm gonna sign off for now, guys, and I will see you guys soon. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you click the like button. And thanks for watching again. Yeah, I will definitely show it when it opens. Bye, guys.